Hey, it's good to see you. Hello, and welcome to this little video. I'm filming during the day, but I'm in my closet, so I hope the audio is okay. Tonight, I wanted to share with you my crystal collection. I don't know a lot about crystals, so I'm just going to share with you what I know and show you some pretty stones, essentially. I keep most of my crystals in this box. It used to hold some rose-scented perfume. It was the perfect size. And then this is like a little, can't take it out without making a lot of sound, but a candle lid. So the lid to a Velespa candle. You might recognize the pattern in here. So these all live in here, and then these two crystals live elsewhere. I believe this is opalite, and when you shine light through it, it turns like a fiery color, as you can see. This is man-made, and it's just, you can see almost like how they poured it into a pan or something, some kind of container, and then cracked it all up and sold it in chunks. So I got this at a fair in Buenos Aires, and my then partner got a piece too. I'm pretty sure he still has this. I'm not sure though. Like, I don't know for certain, but it reminds me at least of really fond memories. So I keep this in my room, like the room where I work. Then I have this piece of, I think this is ocean jasper. I got this when I graduated from grad school. So it has all these different bits kind of composited together. It's really gorgeous. I love all the different colors it contains. And I keep this on my desk as well. I love this pink. It's so surprising with this, orange, like dark orange color. And then this really calming green and this cream color all throughout. I hold this sometimes when I meditate. And I just love to look at it. It's an object I use to meditate in my hand, but even looking at it, I kind of use it to focus my attention. So, in here, besides the crystals, which we'll get into, we also have these two keys. This is the key, these are the keys to my last apartment in Buenos Aires. I forgot to give them back, genuinely forgot. This was the key to my apartment, which I felt was a little too simple. That always kind of freaked me out. But I actually had a key at one point that was even simpler. It was like, that was it. And then this was the one, I believe, to the building. So a bit more complicated. And here it just says Industria Argentina and Travex. Must be the company. So I just hang on to these. Put them up here. Okay. I also have in here, let's see if I can get them out, 3 brand new pennies. And this is what I use to pull I Ching cards. So they're brand new. pulled them out from our change jar. You can see how shiny they are. And they are all from 2023, which was the year I got married. So you just shake them and toss them, and then you build a hexagram based on how many heads and how many tails show up for each throw. You do 6 throws total. So I leave those in there too, because often I'll use these crystals for tarot readings. I'll pick ones intuitively and set them on each tarot deck that I plan to read with, to help people feel drawn to a pile, to choose a pile. And because that's a tarot-based focus, and I interact with the I Ching through oracle cards, I just keep these pennies in there. Alright, I'm going to start with the crystals I've had longest, which are these. I have 4 pieces of citrine to begin. Or, I'm actually not sure what this one is. I have no idea what this one is. Yeah, I have no idea what this one is, if anyone knows. This one came free, but I forget with what. I bought a tarot deck or something like that, and this came free with it in the package, unlabeled, and I just don't know what it is. I have used it, but I haven't fully identified it yet. And then we have these 3 pieces of citrine. So you can see, unlike this one, which is a little chalkier, a little more opaque, these are all kind of crinkled or like crystallized inside. You can see lots of little lines. Like, reminds me of crackles, like some kind of candy that might crackle or something. So I really love these, and I love all 3 of them. They all fit in my hand or like under my finger in different way. And I don't know how I came to have 3. I think I might have bought them all at once, but I felt like I needed the 3. And this is the only stone that I really have a repeat of. Okay. Also have had for a really long time this piece of rose quartz. Look how beautiful that is. It's so pretty. Rose quartz is really calming. This is like a smooth, kind of triangular piece. I have this piece of fluorite, which I've had forever. And I love how it has this little purple line in it up there. I also find this stone to be really healing, but the rose quartz feels like almost romantic in its healing, or like really soft, and this feels more refreshing to me. And again, I love all the lines inside. So pretty. Then we have this piece of strawberry rose quartz. Yeah. And I really like this one's more egg-like, but the kind of ovular egg-like shapes of these. They're really smooth, really good size, good weight. So I think I bought the citrine, the rose quartz, the jasper, and the fluorite when I graduated from grad school. I just happened upon a crystal shop, and my parents were in town for graduation, and I just felt like getting crystals for the first time in my life. I always liked rocks growing up. I had a rock collection, So I think that was what kind of like drew me in, and then I found all these lovely stones. I think after that I got the strawberry rose quartz and this piece of malachite. So I bought this one, this one, and probably also actually this piece of tiger's eye. Although there's a 50% chance this piece of tiger's eye is from that grad school moment I mentioned, and the other 50% chance is that it's actually a holdover from my childhood and the polished rocks I had then. I had polished rocks, I had unpolished rocks, I would just pick up rocks. I love the layers of this. It's like a wafer or something. And the way they gleam is so beautiful. Like, how is that? Look at the way the light shifts. How is that real? So beautiful. So I don't know, we'll just say that has been. And then also this piece of malachite. So this piece of malachite, which is a really grounding stone, is this gorgeous dark green color, but you can't see it very well in the light. And then all of a sudden, when you turn it over, I love how this stone kind of reveals itself. It's really dark, and then it has this beautiful aura-like ring going through the center on the back, or on the front, depending on how you think of it. I just love this ring and how much brighter it is than the rest of the stone. It feels unassuming and then secretly gorgeous kind of a thing, which is something I really like, not just in rocks, but in life. Like, my ideal house is really unassuming from the outside, like a front courtyard with like walls that you like can't really see the house from the street kind of thing, and then you walk in and it like opens up. That's an ideal for me. I like unassuming exteriors. So those are those. And then probably next in 2023 I got this piece of rose quartz. I suppose you could argue that this is a duplicate stone, but because this one is polished and this one is not, they feel radically different to me. This one has a really beautiful texture. And I like that it's not polished, but still kind of shiny. The texture of this one is really interesting to me. It sometimes reminds me of melting ice, like when ice starts to melt. Dirty, crunchy ice at the end of winter starts to melt. It looks like this. This one I got at my sister's wedding. So she actually eloped. And then they had a kind of party later. And at that party, there were tarot readers. And they read your tarot cards. And then they also gave you an oracle card as like a souvenir or a gift. And also a crystal. You didn't get to pick. Like, it was just handed to you. So I was given this one. And actually, I accidentally forgot it on a table there. But my sister, I texted her because she stayed really late. It was like a dance party at the end. And I texted her and she picked it up for me. I felt so grateful because it was like her party, you know? But I didn't know anyone else who was there that late. So she gave it to me the next morning, right before I flew back home. So this one also has fond memories attached to it for me. Alright, then, well, now I can show you the candle lid. I don't know what scent this was. Maybe some kind of fir-based or pine-based scent. I think this one was a gift, so I don't remember, but it's really beautiful. And it holds some of my crystals. I don't need it. They could all live in the box. But before I had this box, I used this. And then this migrated into the box. And I kind of like how it offers a little separation. So it has stayed. Okay, of what's left, these are all from the past year and a half, I believe. From past year and a half, probably 2 different groupings, 2 different visits from this crystal shop in the middle of nowhere. So, let's start with this. This is a little piece of angelite, a tiny blue dollop of a stone, just a little baby. And I like this brown gray part here. It kind of reminds me of like a little candy coated piece of chocolate that got a little too warm in your pocket but has mostly maintained its shape or retained its shape. Just really cute. And then we have this I might have gotten when I got the malachite. This is a piece of aventurine. I love the variegation or striation. These white lines that run through and that are very diffused. It's a really pretty green color, and then that adds a little softness. So that stone often hangs out with like the fluorite and the malachite. They're just really pretty together. All these greens, you know? Okay, you know. Alright, and then these I all have little printouts for, so I'll tell you what they're for metaphysically. Although I don't pay too much mind to all that. This is a chevron amethyst, so just a kind of chevron shaped or like point shaped piece of amethyst. I like how it has this white, almost handle like part. So this says chevron amethyst, innocence and spiritual awareness, dreaming, dispels nightmares, known as a sobriety stone, helps break addictions and bad habits. I mostly liked the shape. Then we have this piece of zebra jasper. So it's just like a little disc. I actually dropped one of these in the shop and it splintered off, like a little bit splintered off, but it was an accident and they told me not to worry. So it's like this, a little less than circular, and then this side, so pretty. It's very satisfying to rest in the center of your palm. So this one says, has the energy of balance, the yin and the yang, or the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, promotes optimism in spite of stressful situations, good for skin, bones, and teeth. Really beautiful. Okay, then there's this one, black sardonyx, I think you say. I loved the combination of the colors, black and then this orangey brown amber line, and then this really interesting gray color. And it reminds me of a little bean or a little nut, or like, this sounds crazy, but like a little shoe, or Marcel the Shell. I don't know, it just like feels like a little, without anthropomorphizing it or anything, it just feels like a small friend. I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, but it feels grounding to me too. These colors are very grounding, and I just love the combination. So this one says, brings lasting happiness and stability to partnerships, increases stamina, vigor, and self-control, alleviates depression. We love it. That's a powerful stone. So, put them down here. Okay. Then we have this one, which I can basically never say the name of. It's Dumortierite. There we go. Dumortierite. So it says, relaxes and calms from stress-related conditions, induces the state of tranquility and harmony, and that it's related to the throat chakra. It was suggested to me that I work on my throat chakra recently when I got an aura photo taken, and I think that's probably right. I have allergies right now, and I'm just often clearing my throat. So it's a very simple stone, but I like the shape. It's flat here, like that, but it has some dimension, and then it's just this pretty flat blue that is so calming to me, just so calming to look at. Then we have this piece of labradorite, which magnifies a person's strengths, originality, and relationship with others, opens energy flow to centers most in need, destiny stone. And obviously this one catches the light so magnificently. It's like magic. And look at that. Like, so beautiful. And I love, again, these cracks kind of showing up. It's very polished on the outside, but the cracks showing up in the center are gorgeous to me. I love this kind of tooth-like shape here. This void. Yeah, it's just really, really pretty. And then finally, we have this piece of smoky quartz. I love how transparent it is. It feels like a magnifying glass almost, or like it makes the world you see through it feel more lucid or limpid. I don't know. It's like liquid. It's so beautiful. Like, yeah, it feels like a little solid piece of liquid to me, of clarity almost, and of perception, like new perception. I think it's actually associated with other things. We'll check, but I'm just telling you how it feels to me. So, collects scattered energies, dissolves negative energies, emotional blockages, protection, known as the Stone of Cooperation. So it dissolves negative energies and emotional blockages. It's also protective, is how I would interpret this. And it's known as the Stone of Cooperation. So that's the last stone. So beautiful. So that's all I have to share with you today. We ended up putting all the stones over on this side, but I quite like it. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you are doing super, super, super well. And if you're not, that's okay too. I will talk to you very soon, And until then, good night. Good night.